Hey, how are you doing? I've got a new vlog today. Come on over. Hey, how are you doing? It is so nice to be able to sit down and chat with you for a few. I have been busy, but nothing too exciting to report. More of the same, really. I have just gotten back from a trip for my day job, and so I do want to apologize. I had been doing my voiceover while I was on the road, and I did not have my microphone with me. So I will show you why I didn't have my microphone with me. This is the microphone that I normally use to do my voiceovers for my craft videos. So if you watch my craft videos, this is what I use. And it's really not practical to take with me on the road, especially because I try not to check bags when I have to fly. It's just a lot easier for me to just do a carry-on and then my personal item. So that is not only heavy, but it takes up a lot of space. So I had tried to use the microphone that is incorporated into my laptop, and it wasn't sufficient, clearly. And I knew that the volume was a little low in my editing software. I had tried to pump it up as much as possible, and it still apparently wasn't enough. So I'm so sorry for those of you who have watched that video and have let me know that it was hard to hear me. I'm sorry, and I will look into investing in a microphone that I can travel with. So hopefully that will help in the future if I ever have to do it while I'm traveling again. But I don't have any trips planned for the near future. So hopefully it'll be okay, at least for the time being. But yeah. So thank you for your patience. For those of you who watched and left sweet comments, I really appreciate you. Thank you for the feedback on the volume. Also, if you had let me know about that, I was concerned about it going into it. But I also wanted to make sure that my video got posted. So it was kind of, a balancing act and trying to decide what was the best way to go. But I will make sure that I keep that in mind for future, and hopefully we'll avoid any more audio issues or challenges. It seems like there's always something challenging when I'm trying to do my YouTube videos. But that's just because as a I wouldn't say novice, but I'm not as techie, definitely, as somebody like my daughter. But and that's something exciting. She is starting to get me set up on TikTok. I have a TikTok account now, and it's Crafted by Corie. If you want to go and check me out on TikTok, I don't know if you all watch TikTok, but I am like suddenly obsessed with TikTok and all of the fun videos that I've been seeing on there. They're all really short clips. I'm not sure what the maximum time is for a TikTok video, but it looks like there's definitely a max. I don't know if it's like a minute or if it's longer than that, but Elena has created a little, I don't know, I think of it as like a teaser video for my TikTok. She had sent it to me to see, and she's coming home today for her spring break. When I'm recording this, it is Sunday. Today is the 13th, I believe. I think I've got my dates right. So Sunday, March 13th, and she is coming home for her spring break. So hopefully she'll be able to show me how to actually do the videos for TikTok and get me hooked up there so I can, I don't know, expand. I don't know. I'm hoping that is something that she will be able to do. It looks like she can probably take clips of my YouTube videos and maybe do something with them to put out on TikTok. Because as you know, time is a commodity for me right now. And so I don't have the extra time to do that, especially since I haven't even really been keeping up with Instagram. So it's fun to be on different platforms and to spread out that way a little bit. Excuse me, my nose is running. But again, it's all time consuming. So it's what I can juggle, what I can manage, right? But yeah, so there is that. And then my son is doing well. He's got a lot going on. I just want to say a special thank you to anyone who has a military member in their family. Thank you so much for the service. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, and my thoughts are with all of our military personnel and all of the people out in Ukraine who are dealing with everything that's happening. It's really heartbreaking. So my thoughts go out to everyone on that front, and so I'm hoping for the best. But aside from that, I know my dad had been here recently to visit. He is celebrating his 75th birthday on this coming Tuesday, March 15th. So happy birthday, Dad, if you happen to be watching. But so he was here visiting last weekend, and yeah, it was good to see him because we don't really get to see him very often anymore. He lives down in Florida. So yeah, so that's that. We continue to work on our closets. We have everything. So we started with 3 closets. For those of you who've been following, and you know that we've done our pantry over with Container Store stuff, and now we've ripped everything out of 3 of the bedroom closets, and those are all spackled and painted, and we're starting to do the installation. Rich is actually out visiting his kids today. He wanted to do something with them, just the 3 of them. So I did not go. I stayed behind, and I will be crafting this afternoon. So that is what he is up to. And when he gets back, we'll continue the install. But I'm keeping videotaping our process with that, and I am so excited to see them done. Now we have a total of 5 closets that we're doing because we have 2 in the master and then 3 other bedrooms. So we started with Rich's closet in the master and then 2 of the other bedrooms. So my closet in the master still needs to get done, and then Elena's closet needs to get done. We figured we would wait for her to come in. She can empty out her closet, and she can help us with that. So it'll be good. And we only wanted to do 1 at a time of the master closets because there's just stuff everywhere. I think I might have mentioned that. So to empty out one of those closets, and it's all over we have a little sitting room area off of the master bedroom. So that's like full of Rich's closet stuff. So we figured it might be better to get his done, get everything put away, and then we can do the same thing with mine. We'll pull everything out. It'll be all over the sitting room area, and then we could get my closet done, and then it'll all be magnificent when it's done. So, and I'm doing laundry today, so I apologize if you can hear that noise in the background because that's going on right now as well. But what else can I tell you about? Minnie's challenge is coming up this Friday. If you watch my crafting channel, and I imagine that you probably do. So Minnie's coming up on Friday. That's going to be a whole open playlist. So that's that. And I also want to thank every single one of you who is subscribed to Crafted by Corie, because just before I got on to record this, I checked and I am 2 away from 30,000 subscribers. I am blown away, you guys. When I started this channel, I never imagined I would get a few hundred subscribers, let alone 30,000. It's amazing. It is mind-boggling, and it's heartwarming. And I am so humbled by the support and the love and all of the sweet comments that you guys leave for me, and that you watch my videos and you have interest in me personally. So for those of you who are subscribed here to come on over, I am just, again, extremely humbled and grateful for every single one of you. And to have all of these amazing, sweet friends out there to support me is just, I get emotional, it's amazing. So thank you so much. I really, truly appreciate every single one of you. And I'm going to be celebrating my 30,000. It might be later today. So I will make sure that I post a big thank you on my community page, and I will post a thank you on Instagram when it gets there. But yeah, so very excited about that. And what else? I've got Sam Dog laying here on the couch next to me. Sunny is down on the floor. We actually have Rocky visiting with us today. I'm not sure where he is. He might be laying down on the other side of the table where I can't see him. But that my sister and her family went into New York this weekend just overnight because they were going to see a show on Broadway called Six. Apparently, it's about, I want to say King Henry. I'm not sure which number, and his six wives. I don't know. It sounds like it's supposed to be kind of like a funny comedy musical about how all of his six wives were beheaded at one time or another. I don't know anything more about it, but so they were going to go into the city, so we took Rocky. They, I think, went to dinner last night. And it was bad weather, so they normally drive in, because my brother-in-law, he's a doctor, and when I think it was during his residency or maybe before that, I don't know. He was in New York City, and he used to drive an ambulance in New York. I can't even imagine. So anyway, he's very comfortable driving in New York City, but the weather here yesterday afternoon was really bad, so they actually did end up taking the train in. I don't know if it was because of the weather that they decided to do that, or if they had always planned to take the train, but they dropped Rocky off around noon, a little before noon yesterday, and they went into the city. I know that they had dinner. I don't remember if they were seeing the show yesterday or today. It might have been today. I'm not sure, but they're having some fun family time this weekend, getting to see a show and doing, I'm not sure what else they might be doing in the city, walking around probably. I'm not sure if there's other stuff that they're going to see, but that's the nice thing about this area, because we're really close to New York and we're really close to Philadelphia. We're a 3-hour drive from Washington, D.C., so there's a lot to be able to go and see and do. We're half an hour from Princeton, New Jersey, so there's a lot of stuff there. And even in this area, it's very historic. So 15 minutes away is Washington Crossing State Park, where Washington crossed the Delaware, right? And they do reenactments there at certain times of year, and it's very historic in this area. Lots of antique shops for those of you who like antiquing and things like that. Lots of quaint little shops, really sweet downtown areas, where you can just walk around and see the little shops, art galleries, tons of great restaurants, little eateries. So it's a fun place. It's a nice area. I live up the hill, a little removed from all of that downtown stuff, but it's a 5-minute drive to get downtown and to be able to do all of that. So Rich and I actually had date night last night. We went to a great restaurant just across the bridge in New Hope, Pennsylvania, called Ferry and Main, and it is part of the Logan Inn. And the Logan Inn used to have its own little restaurant, but I think it was like a year or two ago, they did a whole renovation and expansion, and it's a historic building, the Logan Inn. I've heard it's haunted. I don't know if you believe in that, but I've heard it's haunted. Again, because all of this area is very historical. I don't know. And who knows what might have happened with all the construction that they did. Because that's supposed to like wake them up, right? Even more ghosts or whatever, but I don't know. But they do like ghost tours around Halloween, like the whole month of October. You can do like things like that in New Hope. But yeah, I mean, I know that, and I don't know enough about the exact timing, but I know at one point, whatever New Hope was at the time had burned to the ground. And so when they rebuilt, they called it New Hope. I don't recall what the town's name was before that, but it was not always New Hope. But yeah, so there's that. I always give a plug for this area for like long weekend getaways if you're ever looking for something sweet to do. We're also not far from the Poconos. We're probably an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on where in the Poconos. So I don't know. It's a great area. There's a lot to do. We can get to skiing. We can get to the beach. I'm an hour and a half from the shore. I'm more of a lake girl than a beach girl, though, which is kind of funny. Well, I don't know if it's funny, but people think it's funny because I grew up in New Jersey and Jersey has really great beaches, but my family was never big on the beach. And so I didn't really grow up going to the beach, and the sand, it just gets into everything. So I'm not such a fan of that part, but I would much prefer to be at the lake, in the woods. It's just peaceful to me. I mean, I definitely like the sound of the ocean. I think that's very peaceful also. But there's something about the solitude or the calm and just being in the woods. And I love babbling brooks. I could just go out into the woods next to a creek, or a little stream, and just sit there and just breathe the fresh air and hear the birds and the leaves kind of in the wind and the water. That just recharges my soul. That's, yeah. Someday I hope to have a lake house and just nestled up at the top of the hill with the lake down below and the trees all around. It doesn't even need to be anything more than a bedroom or two. I need to have my crafting space. So we'll see. That's one of my dreams, right? But yeah. So who knows? You never know. Maybe when I retire. But that's that. And I forget how I even got off on that tangent. But we're close to everything. I think that's what I was talking about. And yeah. So if you ever want to come visit Lambertville or New Hope, let me know. And I can give you some pointers, and maybe we could meet for some coffee or something downtown at one of the little cafes. But there's that. What else can I tell you? My tree is still up. My tree is still up. And I know a lot of you have suggested that I just leave it up all year and decorate it with the seasons. I don't think Rich likes that idea. So, and I really probably should get all my Christmas stuff put away anyway. But, and if I'm going to put all the Christmas stuff away, put all the ornaments away, I might as well just take the tree down too. But that is something. I got in on some of the Michael's grab boxes. So I have a video to do on that. I'm just way behind. So I've got 5 of the grab boxes, lots of really cool stuff in those that I'm going to share with you. In one of my videos on my other channel, I had also asked about whether you'd be interested in a Canva tutorial, and I got some positive feedback there. So I will do a Canva tutorial. I was thinking about maybe doing the tutorial and then doing a live right after, or maybe a few days after, to answer specific questions. I don't know if that would be helpful or not. You know what? I should try to talk to my friend Annie from Indiana Jones, because she's much more technologically inclined than I am. She does a lot of live streaming, and I'm curious if I could even do the tutorial live. So you can see on the screen what I'm doing, and I could do a live Q&A and show you how to do things on Canva. I thought that would be really cool, but I have no idea how to do that. So that's something I've got to look into. But at the very least, I will do a Canva tutorial. And I was thinking about doing, some sort of a live afterwards to try to answer questions. I got to see if there's some way for me to do that so that you'd actually be able to see my screen and also be able to hear me, because clearly we have learned that the microphone in my laptop is not all that great. So I want you to be able to hear me too if I'm going to be doing that. Although what's interesting is when I have done lives with you guys, and it didn't seem like you had any trouble hearing me when I was doing the live streaming. So I don't know what happened when I was trying to do my voiceover. I don't know. Because I don't use any kind of a special microphone when I do my lives with my laptop. So I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but we'll figure it out one way or another, right? So minis coming up this week. The following week, I think, is the March 25th, is that Friday. I think that sounds like, in my head when I calculate my dates. I think that's correct. I'm going to be participating in Indiana Jones's playlist. It's an I Love Plaid playlist. I believe we're focused on Easter, so I'm excited about that. And what else? That's it right now, I think. I don't think there's anything else I have to share other than I just appreciate you all so much. I really, really do. I'm grateful for you. I am thinking of, again, everybody out in Ukraine, and I'm so sincerely grateful to our service members in the military. And so, my sincere thanks to all of them. And what else? And I know that we're not going into Ukraine right now, but I do know that there's a lot of other stuff that we are doing, and things could change. So, but at any rate, I think that's it for today. Thank you again so much for your support. I'm gonna go and check and see if I've hit 30,000. I'm so excited. Just 2 away, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the next milestone. And if you have any suggestions on things you'd like to see or see me craft or hear me talk about, let me know. I know that you all appreciated the live that I did. I will set up another live. Got to take a look at my calendar and see when I can figure out when I can do that so I can give you all enough notice for you to join me. And I think that's it for today. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And until the next time, be well, be kind, and make it a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Take good care. Bye.